Following footsteps, I don't do what you like. I got nothing to confess, burning bright. I don't follow directions, I don't take your advice. I got my own obsession, I ignite. Here I come, make no mistake, you can't stop this anyway. I'm out making my history, I'm out taking my shot. I don't care if you're with me, ready or not. I see everyone watching, I'm like sun in their eyes. While the critics are talking, I ignite. Here I come, make no mistake, you can't stop this anyway.
Hello, I'm Jae Seung Jae, VFX Supervisor and Head of VFX Division at Dexter Studio. Let me introduce Dexter Studios. We established in 2012. Dexter Studio is an all-in-one comprehensive content studio capable of all processes in content production, including planning and development, production, post-production, color grading, and sound. As of the first half of 2024, we have grown into a group company of 6 subsidiaries connected to the headquarters, consisting of 9 major business divisions. Currently, Dexter Studio headquarters alone employs approximately 330 people. The company was founded in 2011 when the first generation of VFX Supervisor in Korea gathered to create the main characters, a giant gorilla, for the film Mr. Go. We developed our own program called Jealous to implement high-quality digital fur and successfully create the gorilla film. Using domestic CG technology, we create a film with a total budget of only $160,000, significantly lower than Hollywood budget. Currently, we are developing and operating numerous proprietary software. In 2015, recognition of our technology had us become the first company in the VFX industry to be listed on the Korean stock market through a special technology listing. As global OTT grew due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Dexter also made its name known in the global market, and we are striving to play an active role on this larger stage. Our main business division, VFX, participating in the entire process from the pre to post-production, is able to produce premium quality content. Starting with Along with the God series, which was the first Korean film series to surpass 10 million viewers for the both part 1 and 2. We have participating in the global box including Oscar-winning Parasite, the Hollywood film Knights of Zodiac, released last year, and Netflix Japan's Yu Yu Hakusho. More recently, we have been in the charge of VFX for Netflix Korea's popular series Gyeongseong Creature and Parasite, The Grey. Let me briefly explain Dexter Studios' VFX work process. We are participating from the initial planning and development stage of work such as movies and drama. Based on the scenario, we perform the visual concept art and previs review test. In the pre-production stage, we proceed with the mock-ups and the shot test. From the production stage, we go through the supervising, on-site data wrangling, R&D, and solution testing to finally proceed to shot finalizing. Okay, now let's talk about today's topic, OpenUSD. First, I will explain why we are Dexter Studios starting using the OpenUSD. In the past, we used the pipeline using Alembic, which is common for general VFX companies. It was a linear pipeline process that's starting with match move and proceed step by step. But if there is some change, we need to roll back and every pass republish the data. This was possible in 2013 when we didn't have many projects with the year. Look at the graph. As we move into the 2016-17, the number of projects the company worked on in a year grew exponentially. Of course, there are differences in the size of each project, but I will talk about the general trend in the number of episodes. What this upward curve means is thankfully recognition of Dexter Studios' technical skills and quality of work. The next graph shows the numerical trends of changing the number of shots the company works on annually. You can see the increase in the number of shots from 2016 to 2017. At this point, Dexter considered two directions to respond to the change. Either dramatically increase the number of artists and the size of the company, or maximize efficiency. Increase the size of vulnerable to change in the market and would require agile responses. So we started to consider how to enhance the pipeline and increase efficiency. As a result, we decided to introduce USD into our pipeline. With the USD system at the center of the charts, instead of each part publishing data to the next part, all parts publish their work output to the USD, and the data is automatically transferred to each next step. For example, instead of waiting for the final version of the asset to be created at the asset stage, when we publish an asset that can be animated or blocked, we can simultaneously proceed with the next step, such as animation. And while the animators are proceeding with the animation process with that data, the asset part continue to develop the asset. In some case, the asset is developed several times while the animators are working. However, there is no need for cumbersome updates as it automatically connects. In this way, each subsequent step is also automatically updated, allowing us to shorten the overall turnaround time of a shot, and we were able to improve quality by going through this process several times until the final. This is the biggest advantage of USD. Let's look at the efficiency and speed when using USD. We are still continuously updating USD. In 2017, it took about 180 working days for about 1,000 shots of one work. But in 2021, we were able to complete 2,000 shots within the 180 days. As the working days gradually decreased, we were able to work on more projects. reducing the time by about half compared to the beginning. Not only does this reduce the load of storage, but it also has the advantage of reflecting quickly without delay in the artist's work process. For example, the screen you are seeing now is the animation playback speed. Alembic and USD show significant differences in playback speed, which allow artists to judge and animate more intuitively. In addition to working hours, there are advantages in the file storage and data handling. We spend hundreds of millions of storage updates every year, but we still felt it was insufficient. After USD, the amount of data we handle has decreased by about half. Look at the graph. You can see that the modeling file size has decreased from 330 megabytes to about 170 megabytes. Also, the animation cache has decreased from the 500 megabytes to 312 megabytes. It's amazing. From now, I will explain overall USD pipeline. At first, match move team. Match move artists using the lighter data and plates acquired on set. We perform the camera tracking, matchmation, and then publish camera data into the shot USD. Next is asset part. I will explain the advantage of using USD and asset parts. At Dexter, we created modeling in the asset, put texture and shader information in extra attributes, and export it as a model USD. When we import model USD in Maya, we can see that the texture is applied. This means that the animation or other parts, texture in the attributes are automatically updated without additional work. For example, in our company, the layout team, called the previous team, often use data worked on by the asset team. In the past, in such case, we had to reassign texture and shading to assets, but now this is process unnecessary. Here is the US pipeline in the CFX part, including rigging and simulation. We embed joint and controller in the asset modeling data and export rest position USD using DXRig. After animation work, when USD cache is exported, USD data is stored in a way that binds the attribute value of the rest position data. DXRig is node created by Dexter to integrate and easily control controllers, skin joint, simulation mesh, render LOD, and preview. Using USD makes data management convenient and version tracking easier. When view the USD viewer, you can see how it changes by version variant. This page shows the animation part process. Setting up the animation derby is convenient. Heavy environments can be freely controlled in the viewport, and when asset rigging is updated, immediately data publishing is possible without opening Maya, just using the USD cache export tool created by Dexter. One of the better points is data checking. In the inspection process after data publishing with the Alembic, we had to inspect each piece of data one by one, but with USD, we can easily inspect by importing just one file. It really is saving the much time. Additionally, by creating animation preset clips, we can easily generate clips of various speed using the USD export tool after working on the basic speed animation presets. We added a function to the USD Python clip API to change the playback speed of a clip animation, allowing us to create animation clips at different speed effortlessly. By applying this to the shot layouts, we can reduce the simple repetitive work and focus on more important animation, thereby improving overall quality. For crowd work, by using the USD scale binding API. We minimize published data and eliminate unnecessary process by skipping the republishing stage, allowing the process to proceed smoothly. Next, the FX part. Import shot USD and or model USD into Houdini. Work on them and then either render directly or export to the shot USD to be delivered to the rendering part. When rendering, USD data is imported in Katana and shaders are automatically bound through the material preset created by Dexter using the information in the USD attributes. This allows for quick confirmation of output image when assets are created first. Look development is carried out and published as material USD. After the animation is completed, the shot USD file is loaded and the previous published material USD is bound to quickly proceed with the shot work. Even if the animation of the shot is modified, work can continue using the previous version through the version variant control. In the compositing stage, we are searching using USD importing scanline render to directly import USD files as an alternative to deep data. Deep data is excellent in accuracy but often puts strains on the system during the rendering time, storage load, and compositing work. Using USD instead of deep data is expected to have the effect of the reducing storage capacity and the render time. But there are some issues we need to figure it out, such as motion blur or displacement map kind of things. In this way, Dexter was able to maximize work efficiency by applying the Maya plus USD solution and could quickly produce many video results with better quality. Next, our supervisor, Jong-hyun Jin, will introduce a case where we at Dexter Studio used virtual production in the making of the film, The Moon. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jong-hyun Jin, a supervisor at Dexter Studio, who work on VFX for the movie The Moon. I'm honored to tell you about the making of The Moon, the first Korean movie filmed using in-camera VFX technology. We faced many challenges using a virtual studio for the first time. I know many companies are starting virtual studio that are of similar size to Dexter. I hope this presentation can help teams starting smaller size virtual studio better understand this industry. Before I start my presentation, let's watch this video showing scenes from the movie filmed in the virtual studio.
We just completed our course corrections and are at the minimum velocity.
Confirmed. The new mission will begin at 1540 UTC.
As you know, the official order to rescue the Korean astronaut born in Birmingham, UK, Julie Anderson from Quebec, Canada, and the work Surgeon James Glenn from Montana, US.
The Moon was the first Korean film to use ICVFX technology and Dolby Vision. It was made for IMAX and 4DX release, so all shots were done in 4K. We learned a lot from the many trials and errors we experienced making our first ICVFX film. I talk about our first virtual production case by showing the Moon's ICVFX story. For the successful virtual production of The Moon, we get help from Lux Machina from 2020. Lux Advice helped us build the studio fast and run their VP skill and operations. We were still getting Lux Machina's help when the Moon pre-production started on April 1st, 2021. Usually, you finish building and testing the studio before filming. But our filming date was set and couldn't change, so we had to risk building a studio while filming, finishing all prep in about 7 months. First, we need to make our own workflow, like needing a detailed map to walk an unknown path with many people. We need a plan everyone agree on for each step. With the ICVFX, you get the final result while filming, so talking and preparing with many people in pre-production was really important. Let's discuss the breakdown first. Here, we look at the whole story from the script, storyboard, and continuity, as well as count how many shots we can film with ICVFX. All steps also discuss and technical problem or issue with the overall project schedule. After this discussion, we chose scene of astronaut walking in zero gravity inside the lunar gateway. We thought the small, complex space would look very 3D and show off the LED world interactive lighting. In planning, we started making specific filming plan and set designs to work at the same time on concept, references, and sources. We also set up the proposed version control system and a way to see work made using Unreal on stage right away. We look for similar project to reference when making the lunar gateway, but couldn't find any that were useful. Most use big stage to extend the background. It seemed hard to extend a small hallway with LEDs like we wanted. Ultimately, we decided to start on a project to create this pioneering case. We looked at photos of astronauts living on the ISS for overall lighting. We noted what light sources they had, the mood of each module, and how far off connected hallways looked. The art team designed the set using SketchUp. We only had about 20 days to make the real set, so we had to make it as small as possible to maximize use of LEDs. We also made side A and B separable, so we could film the opposite hallway shot with less time and money. These are renders of the SketchUp designed set from each viewpoint. We made a basic set that wasn't too detailed but fit the movie's mood. We thought about how it would match the Unreal Engine background and how to match the key colors. Now, let's discuss the preview stage. In virtual production, previews help clearly show how much of the real set and virtual set must be made. Here, we check issues like set size, wire action, and camera movement, and plan the filming setup. In TechBiz, the most important thing is to copy the real filming situation and check if we can film without any problems. We had to consider that if the LED wall is too close, it would cause a moire effect. We also checked the real light and camera position as well as wire action. In the end, Previz and TechViz let us confirm we could film all 26 shots with just 6 setups. The separable modular set was very good for changing setup quickly. This process let the art team, BAD team, and Previz team discuss and discover many problems quickly, so we could save both time and money. We started making the main asset before the design was finalized. We did basic modeling and texturing in Maya, then changed into Unreal. We made all assets as modules, so we could change them easily and quickly in Unreal. Making asset modular was not optional, but necessary to quickly fix any problems during filming. The layout stage starts when Previz is somewhat done. The BAD team that make the virtual set quickly designs models based on the Previz team data. At the same time, they also do basic lighting and check for initial technical problems. They put the model on the LED to check the space and test film main key shot just like in Previz. When the basic model is done, we start basic lighting using references. Basic lighting is needed to balance LED and on-set light. We keep lighting simple as part of the layout and try to quickly get feedback. After basic lighting, the first thing to do is key shot blocking. We put it on the LED and check the BAD teams walk through the camera for errors. We check how many FPS we get and how different it looks from on the monitor. We do blocking for key shot to finalize the layout. From here, we discuss change to the layout and how to handle the writing. After key shot blocking in layout, we move to look depth. The overall design is decided and we improve asset for quality, do writing work and optimize everything. We also do blocking for all shots and check lighting balance and problems with the real set made by the art team. One thing to think about in look depth is the writing scenario. Even though we can change something on set, we felt it necessary to do the overall writing in advance. Accordingly, the BAD team prepared 4 expected overall lighting scenarios. We need to check the state of both the virtual set and the physical real set created by the art team and see what we need to prepare. It's especially important to check color difference between the real set and LED wall early on and adjust them quickly on the set. We repeated this step many times. This was the easiest way to improve quality, but also labor intensive for everyone. The number of times we repeat this step and fix problems before actually filming determines quality, and all preparations for the final stage, completing the final set. This is the last stage before final ICVFX filming. Here, we do perfect matching between real and virtual set and conduct a full rehearsal. Through rehearsal, all step estimate filming time and fix final problems. We change virtual set color for perfect set matching. In this process, we clean up the weathering from the physical real set to match texture with the virtual set. During this time, all key staff members, including the art director, writing director, filming director, and VFX supervisor, check and adjust the conditions to get the best possible look. Now, all prep is done. But one very important process is left: edit lock. We back up or change from earlier stage perfectly and use purpose to stop any more content change. Purpose is a key software that works with the Unreal Engine, helping with the stable version control and staff teamwork throughout the ICVFX workflow. Shooting is the final filming stage. Prep takes 98% of the time, while shooting around 2%. Of course, it's the most important overall stage, but actual filming time is much shorter than prep time. If there are filming change, we capture the camera footage through Unreal Engine, take recording for extra CG work. This allows us to quickly render and composite the footage on site. At first, we planned to use Alexa 65, but changed to the smaller Alexa Mini LF for fast filming. On filming day, most shots went smoothly, similar to our preparations, with only a few unexpected developments. We also filmed with a GoPro for CCTV purpose. In this case, we positioned them similarly to the Alexa Mini LF to ensure proper matching with the virtual set. After our ICVFX work on the moon, Dexter Studios has been using Virtual Studio extensively in various other projects. We look forward to sharing more of this case with you in the future. Thank you for listening to our presentation today.